Okay. Sorry I didn't upload earlier. I was waiting for Campbell and Foam Demon to get back to me on the pump going on here. And basically they just said to use epoxy. So I got this epoxy from Luke from Out of Darts. He sells it. It's EP200. It sets pretty fast within like 20 minutes. And it's really strong that it'll adhere really strong, so it won't come off. And I found out that the reason that these holes line up is so if you need to disassemble the blaster, you can just get through there to these holes to take the screws out. So I was like, oh, okay. Also, this part right here needs to come off. So we'll take that screw out and cut that off because that has to fit kind of like a rectangular or a straight edge, I guess. But other than that, it should be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw these screws in. Make sure that's in there. And the front one. Yeah, front one's set already. Alright, so there's that. That works. Okay, cool. So let's take out this screw. And we're going to cut that off. I'm going to go ahead and use my Dremel just because it's not that big of a thing. Put the solid blade on there. Turn that guy on. Go down all the way a little bit. Get my glasses. Put those on. Let me straighten this camera a little bit. It's really hard to see if your camera's straight or not. Upside down. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this on and cut that baby off. I don't think there's anything in there. Pretty positive. So I'm gonna cut it right where that line is. Maybe a little bit before so I can sand it. There we go. So that's basically the screw port out off of there. Clean that up a little bit. And this, when you're creating this, you can always cut it more and then sand it down because depending on how this fits, you know, you want it to be flat. I'm guessing I have to do it all the way, but I noticed that the red part here is connected to this right there, right before. Well, I did cut a little bit off, but not much. So I'm guessing there's a little. Oh, it goes all the way. Okay, that's fine. So let me go ahead. Let me cut a little bit more, and then I'll sand it down because I didn't cut that much. Actually, I'm going to switch out the saw bit for probably the sander, because you can still take material off with it and it won't go as hard. Yeah, it should be better. This isn't my usual one, but it'll work. Okay, need a little bit more on that side. A little bit more. That's good. That should be good for now. It's pretty smooth since it's already sanded. Okay, let me get all this stuff off. Yeah. Now, I need to get the rest of that material off so it's able to slide. See if I can do that real quick. We will be opening up the MK3 tonight and putting at least this part in, because this, for safety reasons, I'm just gonna leave it overnight just so it sets very well, you know, because I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure it's good enough, and you know, especially with overnight, should be fine. It says 15 to 20 minutes, but I don't want to make the video that long. Let's see. Hopefully that's good enough. Let's see. Almost, but not quite. Let's do a few more cuts here. just trying to wiggle it in right now. I do not want to break the 3D printed part. And of course now it's stuck. Let's see. That's not gonna work. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I see it. The hardest part is diagnosing the problem, because the problems, or the solvent, is usually the easiest part. See. And it's fitting a little easier. Still not all the way though. Well, take that back off. We'll do the epoxy part now and leave that alone. And then we'll put that into the MK3. I have an old one over there, but I don't know how good it is. So I think when I order these, I order 2 just in case. There's an instruction thing, of course. Yeah. So it's made for steel, wood, aluminum, PVC, fiberglass, copper, ceramics, and more. And this is considered more. So let's put that there. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? Maybe one side at a time, just to make sure that the one lines up. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because that way, even if it is a quick dry, it'll be quick, and then I can set the other side overnight. Because there's not a good way to put it on both sides at once. Because it's really, slick to this. One other thing that I forgot is you will have to sand one part. I'm going to show you before I put that on. It's these little ribs. They're easy to take off. Shouldn't need much. Let me see if I can do it with this first. Let me do this real quick. Turn on light. Yeah, you want to sand the ribs off this just because it'll be a smoother adhesive point with the pump grip there. It's not flat, but it's flatter. Let's see. This way. Just drum it one more time, because I can see it pretty well edgewise with this. Alright, let's see how that is. It's better. This needs to be smoothed out though. Yeah. That's much better. And then of course we have to do it to the other side. Sander here. Actually, let me get the round bit. Because even though this one is working, the round bit's a little bit easier to direct. There we go. Actually might be a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. Run this over a few times. Yeah, much better. All right, now for the epoxy. Let's do this side first so we know where the holes are. And they're gonna go right over these two holes. Let's see where it is first. Put that in. Right there. Okay. So I'm gonna put it probably right in here. It almost has like a marked out area for it, as you can see here. So maybe there, maybe a little bit here. Yeah. Epoxy is usually used for if you want to put different blasters together. It's a really good component for that, for solidifying stuff. I think I've only used it once, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I try to put stuff together without using too much of anything else other than the blaster parts, but you know, sometimes you need to use some sort of adhesive, either super glue or epoxy. Epoxy usually works best because if you put super glue like on 3D printed parts, it'll actually, since super glue is clear, it'll actually turn that area white and it'll spread out and it'll actually make it crack easier. So I would not suggest that at all. This stuff is always hard to get out. And after you use this stuff, make sure you wash your hands because you don't want this in your body at all. Just take a little chunk here. If you ever need to flatten epoxy plate, like I'm trying to flatten it now and it's kind of lumpy, you could just spit on your finger and get some water. And that's the best way to smooth it out. Because it is pretty strong. And resistant to, you know, everything. It's pretty good for there. We'll do a little bit on the front. Right there. Flatten out as much as possible because you want this, you know, pretty close to the blaster. You can always, you know, it's kind of like clay, but not really. Like I'm gonna have to wash out that razor blade because I don't want it to dry on there. Make sure everything's pretty flat, smooth. All right, I'm gonna put that right on here. I do have a vise, but it won't go around this whole thing. Actually, I have two vices. Yeah, let me see if I can do that. And not really. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it to the side and put something heavy on it. What can I put on it? Do I have anything heavy? I mean, it's staying on there pretty well as is. Don't get me wrong, but I want it to, you know, stay flat. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here so it stays flat. And then, let's see. I can put this bag that has my drill stuff in it. It's very heavy. Yeah, okay. Let me go wash my hands real quick and get the epoxy off of here. Let me wrap this up real quick. Put it back in the jar there. And you want to keep it wrapped just to, make sure it's fresh. All right, let me go wash this real quick, my hands. Okay, got that all off my hand, and this guy. There we go. Alright, let's get to the fun part. Opening up the MK3 and putting this front end in. These two pieces you can toss. That's extra. Yeah. I already took the rubberized grip off, it's right here. Didn't need that anyways. Alright, so we're just going to open up the blaster as is. And the only thing that you need to do is clamshell it open. Because you're going to have to get to the other side. And you got to take the front end off and then put that in, of course, as a replacement. And I've been contemplating about this piece down here. And if you remember when I put this in, so this is the extended bag cover for the short dart thing. But I can't pull this out. It's stuck in there because of this little notch right here. Usually there's the bar that goes in there, and you push that and the whole thing comes out. Because just for display reasons, it's easier to use a bigger mag. So, as long as I can adjust them, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see once we get in there. I know I can't use the original piece right there because it'll be interfering with this, which I need to extend this. I do have a short dart magazine stand, which I've been putting this on. So what you do is you don't put a magazine in, and the stand is 3D printed. Trying to remember who I got it from. I forget, it's been a while. But it just goes inside there and it just stands. With this front end, it's going to be forward heavy at first. But I ordered the, the hefty stock to balance it out kind of. So hopefully that works. I think that should be here next 2 weeks, I believe. And also I ordered the cosmetic kit for the long shot. So that'll be fun to put on. And I think on that one, I don't need to cut anything, glue anything. It's just a slide on type of deal. Usually, you get the new pump for it, the black pump, I think, and then the bars that go to the front end for like a priming bar, right? I didn't get that. I just got a new handle, the black one, and I got like a foregrip for it for underneath to where usually the pump goes, and then for the rail underneath, it has a rail that goes all the way over, and then it attaches on the front for a front end look. and then I have a stock coming with it too. And it actually came with, all three parts came from the same dealer, and he was doing a Christmas special. I have to look it up. I forgot who it was. I think it was AK Blaster Mod. But they are doing a thing where if you buy 3 items from the store, they'll take 15% off. So it was nice. Nice little discount. I also have a flared magwell coming as well, but I might not get that till after Christmas, so we'll see. We'll see when stuff pops up. And they already said that ships, so I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty quick. I just read on Yahoo tonight that some people were still getting like a fourth, what's it called? I want to call it a healthcare check, but that's not it. Stimulus check. I couldn't understand the real details. I would guess it was for people like with kids, which I do not have, because you know, codependence and all, and it costs more to raise a kid than it costs to raise yourself. But hey, if I get some extra, I can pay off a couple loans and bills, so I'll be happy for that if I get anything. I think they said like the minimum was $1,100 or something, or $1,200. So yeah, you know, take what you can get. There's something to do about the taxes in 2020 if you had to pay anything, which I did. Not much, I don't think, but you know, enough. Because I basically paid them and then they sent me money back. It wasn't as much as like, you know, usual, but we'll see how that goes. All right, let me see. Did I take all the screws out? That can stay on it. Oh no, there's one in here. Yeah, I remember. There's always that hidden one. I always forget that's in there. Yeah, in the future I may have to rebuy the Picatinny rails for this and the front end kit, so that way they'll be black and black. Because I mean the stock and the front end, you know, they're all red, but you need to have some sort of mix up, and I don't think I necessarily get orange, just because this plus a lot of that, it's gonna look a little. I mean, I understand because you know everything else is orange. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, which do you guys like better? You like the? Would you prefer either orange on this? I can't change the top rail because that's red as is. It's basically part of this. But I can change this on both sides. So would you rather have both of them kind of this orange color or both of them black? I can do either or. Let me know in the comments what you think. There's that screw. There we go. Oh, did I forget one up here? No, it's just not loose enough. That's the problem with screws and trying to open something because they always fall back into their holes. Oh, I forgot to take these out. Okay. Okay, so you just take the muzzle out, and this is the shorter muzzle that, where this is the 3D printed one. So basically, I have 3 sizes now. I have the one that came with it, which is a little bit shorter than this. No, longer than this, sorry. So this is my smallest, and then I have the original one, which is my second longest, and then this huge one. And I even saw that people were making them like even smaller. I was like, oh my god, so many options. But I think that's probably a good arrangement. The good thing about this one, there's no barrel drag because it's hollow all the way through, so it should shoot just straight out. All right, let me move some stuff out of the way. Move that over there a little bit. Scoot this back a little bit, and this should just go right in here. Cover the same pegs. There's nothing else there. Yeah. It's a pretty tight fit. Just need to push that peg this way a little bit. You get it? There we go. Leave this on there. I don't know why there was sawdust in there. I'm just going to put this boy back on. Put the plug back through. We always need that. So let's see. See if I take this out. I can't take this out at all, and I can't even push it when it's in here. It's like locked. Yeah, I'll just leave it for now. If I change my mind later, I can always, take it back out. All right, let's put this on. Let me see where it lines up. Go. Screw one. And to begin with, I can't even tell if that's going in. Nope. No. It was closed. Let's see. I always have to kind of manhandle it. Oh, it's because the bottom's already in. Don't need that in first. Need the top in first. I think what's getting caught up on is that lip right there. But it's cut to fit right in there. But I see what's happening. There we go. I think. Maybe. There we go, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, that lip. Because all this I can close pretty easily. Maybe I have to take it out and then kind of slide in that way, maybe. Let's see. Did I get it? Yeah, there we go. So when you're putting this together, especially on the front here, you kind of have to get this part almost like under it. It's hard to explain. And same thing with the top here. So here and here are the key points. Down here, it's not too hard, but just up there is difficult. Is it still not together? It's together. There we go. Couple more here. That one in inside, so I know that's done. Up here. That one down here. Here. Alright, what the? I don't know if you guys can see that, but the rev, something fell out, and I can't even tell what it is. That's not good. What is that? It looks like the trigger, but it's not because the trigger's still there. Let's get it all the way for now. Hopefully I can see where it goes just by lifting on this part. I have to unscrew everything. Alright, what's this go to? Gotta do more, of course. That's out, that's out. Let's see here. What is this? Hairpin trigger? What is that? I'm gonna undo all this, aren't I? I'm not going to pull the front out, I'm just going to loosen the screws just so I can get inside just a little bit, just to see where it's supposed to go. Okay, let's see here. Why am I wearing these glasses? Okay, let's see, here's this guy goes right there, and this goes, where's this go? Oh, I think this is the this switch right here underneath. Yeah. See if I can get it into place. I'm gonna have to take it all the way off. Let's see here, where did this go? I thought it went here for some reason. It's snap anywhere, so it's not broken. Why do I think it goes there? Doesn't. didn't go on this side, did it? No? Doesn't look like it. Let me look real quick. Hold on. Okay, I figured it out. It actually goes on this part of the shell. It is part of that. I have a wedge in there now where it's supposed to be, so let's see if we can get this in without that falling out. Because it's not screwed in or anything. It's just kind of loose, which I don't know why they did that, but you know, whatever. Yeah. It's almost like I should take that off to make this easier, but we'll see. I got it on before. Pretty positive I can get on again. Flatten it. Push it a little bit. Maybe not, because I don't want to break that. Don't screw that part out. Almost there. It's a very odd fit. Because I'm spreading them apart so they can go in, and I'm also pushing back this way on this piece because it has to go in there, and it's off by like a, I don't know, millimeter, but it's stuck, so it's real tough. It's probably underneath, of course. Get out of here, glasses. Don't need that here at this moment. If I can just get this in between them. I think I got it. Yeah. Let's get thing keeps sliding. I think I got it. Alright, just screw in these two first. There we go. Let's get the rest of these in. After I screw these in, I'll check on the thing and see if it's solidified, because I know it's been at least 20 minutes. Luckily, when I get the slide, I believe it's just a slide-on type of thing. Because since it's from 3D printed solid, his other ones like I have for the Dart Zone Striker, you kind of had to screw that one in because it was it needed to hold on because of the plunger tube going through it. But this doesn't have a plunger or a tube, or I mean, it has, you know, that tube. But I believe it goes right over that, so it shouldn't be a problem. Everything seems fine inside. Well, it just goes to show you and teach you a lesson. Make sure everything's in its place before you put it in. And what's funny is I was looking on, you know, the other side of where it went. Didn't go there. I had to watch Drax's video of his internal mod to see where it went. And he briefly went over. I was like, oh, okay. And that's where it goes. Alright, last 4. Okay, put this on. Put the rubber back on the bottom there. I noticed on this side, this ripped a little bit, which is fine. It's just because I've had to take it open 2 or 3 times now, so the less you can open it, the better, unless you know where to get extra of these. I mean, I'm guessing if you talk to Dart Zone, they'll probably sell you one for like, I don't know, $2 or $3 or something. But try not to wreck it. And when you're putting this back on, it can be very difficult. It just takes patience, but when you put it over this part, just hold this in, because that's the only way it's going to go on. Try to get as much material as you can down there. Because the more slack, the better. See if I can put all of it forward. That should be enough, I think. Put that in. A little bit more. There we go. Whoa. And it's over. There we go. Pull the rest down. Over the switch there. There we go. And just fix the rest of it on. Should be golden. Yeah. So that's what it's going to look like for that part. Is there a screw loose? No. Okay, let me get the magnets and check on that real quick. It's still setting. It still was a little bit loose, so it was starting to slide off the hole, so I had to slide it back. So I'm gonna leave it like that overnight, and then tomorrow should be the last video. I'll put this other side on, screw it together, and I need to fix the magnets where, you know, on the top rail so it slides in here fine. And that should be it, hopefully. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, if not already, share.